This is Living Power with Hurst.
Listen to some of these. Matthew 12:28. But if I drive out demons by the Spirit of God, then the kingdom of God has come upon you. Now wait a minute. The kingdom of God means that you're going to establish a throne and there's going to be authority and the Roman government's going to be overthrown. And Jesus is saying, no. If I drive out demons by the Spirit of God, that's the kingdom. Matthew 18:3. I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. What? Luke 17:21. The kingdom of God is within you. And not only did Jesus rile up the political factions that were ready to overthrow the government, but he really riled up the religious establishment when he said things like this in Matthew 5:20. For I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven. You know what he's saying in that verse? He was saying to the Pharisees and the Sadducees, you ain't going to make it. Because it's not about you. It's not about the laws and the rules and regulations that you make up. In fact, unless your righteousness surpasses that, you won't make it either. What is righteousness? Righteousness is the acts, A-C-T-S, the things you do because you're holy. The things you do because you're in God's will. That's what righteousness is. So what he was saying was that the kingdom of heaven isn't about political rule, nor about a religious rule. That's so important to understand. And the church today needs to understand that. The church is not about inflicting rules and regulations and telling people what they should do and what they shouldn't do. I'll tell you, more churches have fought against the kingdom of God than churches that have accepted and embraced it. Most churches are playing games, let's be honest. Most churches are playing games. Most people in churches are playing games. And they've turned their faith and their connection with God into a bunch of rules and regulations and thou shalts and thou shalt nots, and it's not real. Their intimacy with God is fake. They're playing games. They're seeing other people that seem to have a good life and they're just sort of living it vicariously through them, but it's not personal. It's not real. It's not unique. And God says, I want it to be real and intimate and unique in your life. I mean, if it isn't real and unique in your life, then what is the point? Why are you here? What are you doing? Why would you waste your time? It's too much work to put all those nice clothes on and put all that makeup on Sunday morning. Why do it? If that's all it is. If it isn't real, then what is the point?